Welcome to a spirit animal message. And if tonight's your birthday, I'd just like to say happy birthday. And we're going to be jumping straight into this. Owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So clearing the way, like perhaps you've been clearing your energy, going more within, or this is a call to, because this is the beginning message, but I feel like that's your starting point. You've been doing the work on yourself a lot lately, despite anything going on around you, being adaptable to all the situations while also caring for your energy in a way to help you clear the fog of any situation so that you can see forward clearly enough. You're finding that inner harmony for yourself so that you can, have yourself where it's the universe is working for you versus, you working for the universe. So you're doing the work on yourself right now. Coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So, revealer of truth. So, I think of the ways that you could help yourself reveal truth, right? To also be able to be in that playful state, because I feel like you should I know I designate throughout the day when I can a time in the day to focus more on like maybe drawing something or like just today I had this idea of drawing balloons and writing affirmations on the balloons in this very intentful way. You color it the colors that you feel you're called to. And I always, at this beginning of my messages, so often I'll say happy birthday. And there's a reason for that, because I had an experience in my life where I didn't like my birthday. It was associated to another person from when I was young. And every time I thought of my birthday, it was just this terrible reminder of this other individual. So I used to actually just not even want anything to do with it's like, celebrate me any other day, basically. But that led to a self-message, right? We tell messages to ourselves. Like if we repeat a word, like I'd say, try something like write powerful like 108 times. And just see how that word, writing it that many times, ends up just manifesting in this way where you become like a magnet to powerful. And, writing it on like a balloon is a symbolism of celebration, So maybe doing it 108 times and then doing this energy of where you then go to the balloon and then you pick colors that you feel like you're resonating to and you draw yourself a balloon and then you put your affirmation word on the balloon. Is just something that I thought to mention for this reading, because sometimes it's like what we tell ourselves. Something that I've been getting this might be unusual for some people to hear, but I was thinking about how we watch, when we're meditating, right? Let's say we're talking about just simply meditation right now. While you're meditating, you got your eyes closed. Your intention is to lose track of time and space, to get past your, logical brain, your conscious mind, and get into like the operating system, right? So you can also fall into meditations while driving. You can fall into meditations while watching a movie. And then I was thinking how we have so much stuff and how we know we're manifestors. We know we're manifesting reality. Well, some of us know that. And I was thinking, if where attention goes, energy flows, right? Where your attention goes, energy flows. So in a meditation, they're telling you in the meditation to pay attention to your heart, right? To breathe deeply into your heart, exhale through your heart, right? Because there's this electromagnetic energy that comes through out of our heart, and depending on, you know, how much you lift that weight and work that muscle, that's how you create, you know, that inner harmony, doing those baby steps. So what I was thinking of is that when you watch a movie, this is something I thought of the other day, was when you watch a movie, you know, you're watching it, you're sitting still, so you fall into this meditation because you kind of lose track of what's going on. You're so attentive to the movie, right? So you're losing track of time and space, similar to a meditation. You're getting almost like an affirmation in a way, or you're getting energy sent towards you, and you're sending energy back, and there is this energy exchange going on. And I was thinking about how we manifest things, and we manifest things as a group, right? When we're paying attention to something as a group, like a scary movie, we all love these scary movies. I was thinking about where attention goes, energy flows. So I was like, and I've gotten confirmations that I was right, that us all watching the scary movies, and for me, I used to be the biggest scary movie buff, and I had an experience which led to just where I saw the actual violence in the world, and then the violence in entertainment just became not entertaining anymore. But then just recently I thought of that, like, are we manifesting violence into the world simply because mass people watch it and get into this meditative state, so then we create more of it simply through attention to it? Puffin partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So, teamwork. The puffin represents this community energy, working with your community, working with your family, or needing to pay attention to your family in a more of a depth way. I'm just trying to think what this could be in the inside of it. I actually had some notes over here, so one second. Sorry, I just want to pull up some notes real quick because I got a little deeper with the puffin. So there was this message, and I'm just going to read this, that birds can represent this, that inhibit both land and sea. Puffins represent the concept of duality and the ability to exist in multiple realms and states. So I think about how there's a community in multiple realms, in multiple states of mind, that you could be connecting to right now. And you have this adaptability to meet any situation. You're quick to you're like, you're getting the downloads and insights that you need in divine timing, leading you down a hidden path that is slowly being revealed to you. And there's a team surrounding you. There's a spirit team surrounding you, a strong spirit team surrounding you. I am going to pull now from another spirit animal deck and see what messages come through. Wild horse, speak your passion aloud and defend those whom you love in word and deed. Wild horse. I think of a wild horse just like freely running across, just in this playful state. It's like you and the universe have met each other in the middle, where you feel like this wild, like free, not to say wild because you're still being what's going on in the moment. However, it's the way you're meeting the situations, the way you are internally, the way your vibration is. You can feel this shift in your energy, and how you're meeting the universe, or how it's meeting you, really, because that's creating. It's like the universe is leading you towards greater freedom, which is, think about what freedom would mean to you. Kangaroo. As events take on their own momentum, take a true leap forward. So taking a true leap is it's like going within yourself, working on, taking that time to set your intentions so that you're taking a true leap, right? Because you're working on yourself in a way where you're projecting to the universe what you prefer versus you just resonating to whatever by not working on your energy and calling forth pretty much whatever vibration that you may happen to be in based on what's around you, because we calibrate to things. You think about when you listen to a song and you start running on a treadmill, you start running to the beat. That's calibration, right? You're calibrating to the sounds. You're a vibrating energy, right? You look still, but you're not still, and all you little bits start vibrating to match frequencies around you. So utilizing frequencies to like a push frequency, like binaural beats, things like that, frequencies, and listening to them, especially while moving, you calibrate to those frequencies, or the parts of your body that are that frequency in their healthiest form, in their highest form. You give it a chance to be that vibration, because so much stimulus gets sent our way where we get this dissonance in different parts of our energy body, which gives this reflection to the outside world, right? Because what is within, there's a dysfunction on the inside based on a vibrational disharmony, it's going to reflect to the outside world. Fox. Your sharpened senses allow you to observe the actions of others. So your sharpened senses, you're getting, it's like, I think about how we can have these heightened senses, and in so many ways, heightened senses of hearing, hearing things that other people just can't hear, hearing things that are so quiet that no one else hears it but you, basically. Or seeing in a way where you're seeing people through clear sight. It's like you have clear sight for those around you and yourself, because it's like I use this song a lot recently of what is it, Iris, and, you know, the part where I just want you to know who I am, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I just want you to know who I am, right? Because so often we don't know ourselves like we think we do. And it's like the other outside world sees us more clearly than we do. However, if we're paying just more attention to ourselves, and that's not selfish, that's actually a form of respect to the self outside of self, because you're putting the respect into yourself, which reflects to the outside world to do the same. So I'm gonna pull some tarot. Three of Cups puffing at the bottom of the deck right here. Celebrating yourself. Celebrate yourself. That was a huge message, because when I was at the grocery store earlier, that's what initially got me thinking about this balloon idea, because I draw the flower of life a lot, and what I manifest after, I get like different things regarding the flower of life. And then I think about, you know, how when we say a word over and over again, we can get a manifestation, right? And then I was like, well, and I saw these balloons, and I was just like, you know, that's kind of a funny connection that, you know, whenever we celebrate someone, we get balloons. It's such a symbolism for celebration, right? So if we're doing affirmations to send, you know, celebratory, blissful, fun messages towards ourselves, so that we are in reflection of it. Here. We got Miss Guitar with me tonight. She was sitting next to me. Let me just put her right here. Maybe she'll chill out right here. I'm gonna shuffle right here for now. So we got Magician, which we get the fox again. Very next card. So I think of, sorry, that was my iPad. So I think of, let me just look up something, because my iPad spoke to me just when the fox came up, and I just want to look up spiritual meaning of fox, just to give myself something to look at. Sometimes just remembering or just seeing it helps me guide intuition. Because yes, this is the Magician, so all the elements are coming together, right? All the alchemical within you, all the elements within you to be in the harmony moving forward that you would want is coming together. Emperor, this is how you're showing up to the world. So again, with this adaptability, spirit and a spiritual guidance, And I always see the fox when I'm about to have maybe an experience. It's like the fox will come through as the spirit animal, and it will cross my path. And it always seems to lead to a form of transformation. It's like a signifier of transformation when I see it in some form for myself. Okay, there it is. Trust your instincts. You're learning to trust your instincts. Adaptability. You have all these senses, and I feel like you're learning to trust your senses, because so often we have a logical side of our brain, and we have society, we have culture, we have, you know, what everybody else thinks is weird or not. You know, everybody has their own opinions about everything. Everybody thinks they know everything. So you're, Bird even agrees with us. Let me see if I can move it back so you guys can see her. There you go. So, we got the Magician with the Emperor. So, you're alchemically moving into this Emperor position where you have like a business, or this is where you're set, right? You're setting yourself up to have a life of more fulfillment, life fulfillment, you know, freedom. I think of that wild horse. I think of people who have, you know, that foundation around them, because you found this hidden path for yourself, and it's your 9 of Cups. Like, this is your wish fulfillment, because you are the gift. You know, the gift of life is you, because it's you that's living your life, right? So you're sending that positive energy towards yourself, realizing that you are your gift. And your wish fulfillment is the work that you put into yourself, and you've done that, and you're this Emperor. You're showing up as this Emperor. So, Knight of Pentacles. Working hard on your foundation, right? Making it so that everything is, it's like this longevity. Everything is working in this long-term energy for you. No eating the cards, my little girl. Four of Swords. You may have been... In a second, I'm in the middle of something. Please don't yell down. Four of Swords and the Five of Wands. I just have to let people know. So defending yourself, and against those that might be sending you negative energy. Remember to protect your energy. Do that work to be able to have that daily habit of protecting. It's like sending yourself that message, okay? We need to protect ourselves, because people send to that evil eye, right? So you're feeling that, I feel, is what it is. It's like you're feeling that. You're kind of like this frog, where you're just kind of like, the swords are behind you. You sense them there. You have your sword. You're not paying attention to them. You're like ignoring it, but you sense them being there. It's like you sense the energy being sent to you, but you're not looking at it exactly. Like, it's not right in front of you. And that can affect you, like mentally, emotionally, physically on a level, because you're sensing it in this heightened way where it's actually affecting the way you're thinking. So really grounding your energy, working on your energy on a regular basis, making it a daily habit might be a message right now. That's something I've been doing, and what I plan to do, like I was thinking about doing a recording for 30 days once I get which meditation would be great for everybody to do with me together, where I do that habit building with meditation with others on this channel. That is something that I will be doing also. And I was thinking about launching it with like the whole 30 days like pre-done, and then this way whoever comes in, it's they just click and follow the meditation. And honestly, it could be just one, and just maybe, I guess I'm getting inventive right now for myself as to how to do that. So let me go back to this message. So maybe that's part of the message. Get inventive about your life. Get inventive about your fun. Get inventive about how to send those positive affirmations to yourself, or those positive things to yourself. There's truth trying to reveal itself, and you're on the right path. The Lover's at the bottom of the deck, and that could be the inner love for yourself, or this could be a new love possibly on the horizon, as it was at the bottom of the deck. So it could be new love, as part of a new beginning that's on its way, that you may not, that will suddenly appear. So So Queen of Swords, using clear discernment to cut away or use your words in an intentful way to push forward to get to where you want to go, not allowing others to deter you, being firm when you need to be firm, soft when you need to be soft, having that inner balance, inner patience cultivated so that you can be that hard and soft in any situation. Ooh, girl. Nibblers. The nibblers. You want to chew on, nibble on that? She says, no, I like the cards better. Oh, she's trying. Nope, see? I knew that. Her name is Guitar. She's a baby cockatiel. She has a splay leg condition, so well, she got hurt when she was in the incubator, because they're just little spazzes when they're babies, and I did take her to the vet, but despite my efforts, her leg did not get fixed through the ways I had tried so far. So unfortunately, what we're going to have to do is get her a surgery. And I've already had so many negative, I shouldn't say negative, but unfortunate, sad experiences as far as getting the right vet for my birds. And I've lost birds getting the wrong vet. She's still in this position because I chose the wrong vet to help me. Simply because they didn't do some things that they were like, yeah, we're not going to do this because we're going to try this. And it's just like, I'm coming here, I'm spending the time. Why not just do it all the right way so that I'm not coming back? And now she has this entire situation where we could have, initially handled it in a whole and complete way. And, learning to speak up for yourself. And he was the professional. I thought he knew what he was doing. This has so often been my issue, is that I trust professionals to do what I expect of them. And so often professionals just don't have the same, I don't know how to put it. It's like they lose heart, I think, over time. And then if they get irritable and they're having a bad day, they're taking it out on their patients, so they're blame shifting. And I lost a bird basically because somebody was having a bad day. So back to this message. Is there any further messages that I can give the listeners to this message about their path moving forward that can help guide them in some way. What is the message for anyone coming to this? Oop. Take it. 7 of Pentacles. So what, see how she's tending to this plant, right? And let me just see something. See how there's crystals in the plant? So it's a very high vibrational plant. I think of like, there's just all this high vibrational energy, and she's just pouring water. So she's pouring that, I think of water as the unconscious, and how it's coming out into this symbolism of this high vibrational plant. So it's like you're, and then there's these seven of Pentacles. It's just before the, you know, where the 8 and the 9 and the 10. So we have the 7, and the 7 is like you're cultivating you're working on your pentacles in this really like, where it's like your unconscious is sending you out these pentacles that are going to be these foundational, it's like gifts upon gifts upon gifts, right? The universe just wants to send you these gifts, but it's like you're putting that intent into it, right? That intention through your subconscious, through the work, and it's coming out into reality, growing this beautiful high vibrational plant, right? Which is just a symbol of, like, I think of the tree of life, which is us on this level, right? So you're putting that work into yourself in this flow way that it's coming out into reality, as where your vibrations are rising and you're moving forward in this way where the universe is working with you in this, you're in harmony with the universe, really. And that's a really beautiful place to be. And it's leading, you're this, you're coming into your own business, you're creating foundation in your life, you're really pushing forward, getting, making it, living your best life. That's the message. You're embodying living your best life, or this is the energy you're moving into. And I think about how right now we're moving from this old way of being, we're shifting, right? We're shifting, and then we're got these new beginnings that we're bringing in right now. This is just knowing what the planets are doing, and the moon. We got the new moon comings, or I'm not sure. We got the new moon. I have to look at it. Representing new beginnings. No, good girl, don't mark him up, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top and all the cherries. She's like, why not? I can't chew on anything. Here, why don't you chew on that? Does that look like fun to you? I use this to draw the flower of life. Something I do is I draw sacred geometry because it helps map your mind. You're working on things and you're building, you know, neurons, and you can use colors and drawing this flower of life and paying attention to that. And it's such a sacred shape. It's a sacred geometry shape. And you can find, you know, I find it a very therapeutic way to work on yourself in this way, where you can use colors that resonate to you at that time. And sometimes the colors that you're resonating to are frequencies that need harmonizing within your being. So if you're called, you draw the flower of life and you get colors that you feel called to pick. Those could be, you know, vibrations that just need love, and using those colors harmonize that vibration. Because colors, if you look up a color's frequency, all colors have a frequency. And these fell to the ground, so I don't really want to take them. Any other messages? Page of Swords. Any little things that need your care, any things that need to be wrapped up or dealt with, it's coming out as a page, so there's this chance to fumble things, and I feel. So you want to be careful on how you're wielding that sword in the moment. It's like the present moment of communication. And in the moment, you can only do your best of how you're wielding that sword towards others, because it's really your intention. Think about what you're thinking, you're feeling when you're working with another person, when you're sending energy out towards another person, because so often the hidden intention that we don't even really always see sort of messes with our own energy, and sometimes we're picking up on others, really, and it's almost like we think it's us and it's actually them, and it's just a reflection. So being sure to have clear discernment in those incremental moments when the messages can easily go either way depending on how the sword is being wielded. So, okay. Now we're going to pull from Living with a Feather Heart, the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life. I keep my own counsel. I keep my own counsel. And I actually, oh, we already know she's going to do that. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to go into the book because there's so much to these cards specifically that looking into the book, I like to sometimes help guide my inspiration and intuition, because sometimes the words come out to hint to the message. So I keep my own counsel. Let's see. Oh, there it is. 16. So 1, 6, 7. Which I've been saying sevens like all day today. Sevens everywhere. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, sevens. And 8s. 7s and 8s all day. 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7. So those could be, find what you're feeling, what would resonate to you with those numbers. 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. I think of prosperity. 8 is like this harmony and flow with the universe. So it does resonate with this message also. So is it Ma'at as a living principle? I keep my own counsel. Ma'at as a living principle is the embodiment of order, and in living this principle, our daily experience it becomes a personification of fairness, truth, and balance. To circumvent chaos through actions that are just being the key word. So think about that, just. Chaos through actions that are just being the key word. As it is defined by an unbiased equilibrium. To die is to stop living, but to stop living is something entirely different than dying. And I think about the world and how sometimes life can trap us to not actually be living. We're doing, right? We're just like we're just keeping up with the universe. I feel like somehow the universe gave you a gift where it gave you a chance to catch up to yourself, so you and the universe are in flow. So you're not, maybe at one time life was giving you that feeling where you weren't living. It was a form, your life for maybe so long felt like more like a version of dying. And through that, you actually came out the other side through this like rebirth of how you show up because you've done the work, because the world itself pushed you and it pressurized you to expand. And now your gift, because of everything that you've been through or things that you deal with in your world, maybe family or friends or whichever, colleagues, you're being given this gift to live right now. It's like you're entering this reality, shifting into this new journey. Maybe this is a journey you've been on already, but it's picking up steam. I feel like this is more of a shift of being. Sorry, I messed up my page. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, when a soul enters the underworld of Duat, the heart is placed on a scale to be weighed against the feather of Ma'at as the measure for the actions and inactions in their lifespan. Before the heart can be weighed, the deceased would have to recite the 42 negative confessions of Ma'at as taken from the papyrus of Ani. What was not done would have equal bearing to what was done. Justification of the life lived being perceived by how closely the soul aligned with Ma'at's laws of harmony. And I always think about that, a heavy heart. I think about spirits and how some of them get bound in this way where they can't move on. And it's heartbreaking because it's not fair. It's not right for that to happen to anyone, to have that happen to their spirit in any way. And lightening your heart when you leave this world, you will be light enough to be able to leave, where if you would have stayed in your old way, or if that would have swallowed you whole, that heavy heart would have just, I feel like in my mind, it's like the weight of the heart, the pressure within the heart. Like you can lighten your heart through how you face yourself, and you like get rid of what's not for you. You put people's stuff back on them. Like you send their energy back to them, and you harmonize yourself, becoming finding that inner harmony in this true way will bring you this I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong words. I think of the balance. If your heart is heavier, then it's like life itself weighed you down into the very end, and you didn't live. You were basically, and it's like, why be born if we're not going to live our life, and we're just going to let life drag us through it because we feel like we have no choice, which is the lie, right? That's the trap. We have so many possibilities in front of us, but so often, because of the way that we perceive the world, it's like looking at a set of ingredients, and one person will see like a masterpiece where another person will look at it and be like, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to make. Maybe I should order out, where, the right person will look at a bunch of ingredients and make like 10 different meals basically that are like artistically beautiful, something that should be in a restaurant or something. So let me just see if I think I'm gonna close there. And we are 44. So the foundation has been laid, and now you are moving forward towards greater prosperity, greater freedom, greater joy, greater bliss. The gifts are going to pile up because you've done the work. Keep working on yourself. Clear your energy, protect your energy. Send those positive messages to yourself, especially in the morning and at night. Cultivate meditation on a daily basis so that you are meeting the world in a harmonious space. And I pray you all have a beautiful evening.